Hi guys, this is Eileen here. I'm done with this piece and I'm going to start taking it apart. In a sense, as what I mean is I traced out this here and this little corner here, and I'm going to start using bits and pieces of it. I have a lot more scraps where these ones came from, so I can I'm gonna make it so it's so big. I could make it again for more projects, and at this point I don't want to make an art journal with it. I do want to do it soon because I'd like to make one for the girls, but at this point I want to play with it. The first one that I made, I just want to play with it, so we'll see what other things I can do with it. I already cut out a strip for some things, but I want to see what else I can do with it that I would really like. So this is scrap paper. The only thing that is not scrap paper that I bought was the tissue paper at the dollar store, which is really cheap, and as well the napkins, paper napkins, which I also bought at the dollar store. That a pack were like $1.50 or something like that. I think the most I paid for a pack was a couple dollars in different little stores. So I mean, for me it was worth it, and I still think it's worth buying it and doing a project like this. I don't think I'm throwing money away by just adding them to the piece, to the project, because now I'm making, like I said, this can be now a canvas for a painting, abstract painting. You can even just use journal pages. I'm going to make a tag out of it. So, I mean, still can't find my hole punch. Oh, blasted. So I'm not sure. I can't find a hole punch, and so I'm going to cut it out with my X-Acto knife. Little cross, circle that way, make an X, and cut off like the crust of the pie there. Hopefully that worked. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep making just cutting pieces of the pie thinner and thinner, and then figure it out here. I have teeny scissors, I could probably cut it. And now I'll see if I can cut it with my teeny scissors. It's not too bad. Just going to go around carefully, a little closer to the edge of my circle. Well, that's the best way to work it. Do it cutting like a pie shape, smaller pieces. That worked not too bad. That's a pretty good circle. So that, if you don't have a hole punch, do that with some fun foam. Into fun foam makes it easier. So there's my tag. That's pretty cool. it's sealed pretty well around too, all the layers, so that looks good. So I like that. That's really nice. It's really thin. Can you see how thin it is? I didn't make it too thick. So I'm thinking I'm going to trace another one. And trace this one here. And I'm just going to line it up to the edge best I can. It's pretty straight. I measured it and then cut it. Oops. I did not want to write on my tags. I want to use it. Okay. There's another one. And this is so easy. These little scissors cut it so easy. It's not hard. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted it to be easy to cut, because I don't want to like be working my hand too much and hurting myself cutting. And also I found, now this has been drying for quite a while. I made it for quite a while ago now, this piece. And it's still nice and soft and pliable, so I like that. And I also tried it with a hole punch, and it works great. Or not with a hole punch, but, well, the shape punch, or whatever these are called. So that works great. So I think that's nice for me to make beads with and stuff, so I'm happy about that. I had fun playing with it, making it, and I'm also making my own design. I'm not using like printed up paper, like designer paper from scrapbooking or whatever, right? I'm just making up my own design, so it will never be able to be the same as someone else's. Someone else can't happen to make the same exact image on their bead if they make a bead out of an inch, half-inch hole punch, because it will not even resemble the design. Whereas if they decide to use, if I told them what kind of product I was using in the sense of paper, they could kind of recreate that. So this is something, if you use this paper and you make stuff out of it, no one else can recreate it, because you just can't recreate this kind of a thing twice. It's always going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be, it's not a photocopy print that they have, that they're printing out. Excuse me. And tickle in my throat. So there again, I did that. So that does work, doing it that way. So here, I like this tag. Oh, it's nice. It's going to be a nice tag. It's going to be a nice bookmark. I like it. So that's nice. And there's my other one. And this one's got to be like my favorite part. One of my favorite parts is the whole, the punch right through here. This one is the scallop punch. So every time I look at it, I just look at this part, because I just absolutely love the texture right here where the punch is. I just love it. So that one's got to be one of my favorite pieces right there of the whole thing. It's still very, very pretty, but I have to say that this chunk right here with those punches is my favorite. I do have heart punch as well in here. I have another one in there. But I love this, the thick paper. You can see these ones were the leaf punches. But I did like the way that thick one went. It just came through really nice. So in my next one, I'll be using a lot of that. Another thing I was going to show you was that turn it. There's so much of this and I need more room. That, I'm trying to get it in here. We can use the punch on it. No problem. Some areas might be a little bit thicker than others, but I did pretty much do a thin layer of like, you know, I was consistent with my layers and what I was putting between them, so I wasn't making them too thick. The area here where I have the scallop punch would be a little thicker because that was a black cardstock. And some of the other punches were scrapbooking pages that I punched out. So the cardstock obviously is thicker. So can you hear these clunk down still? See? They're thick, but they are not too thick where they're messing up my punching. So I really like that. And I'm having trouble holding it up because it's so large. I don't want to. It seems like it's a little on the thin side over here. But you can see that I am punching through this. Did that one get my full circle? Because it looks like I didn't. Okay, so I want to show you that. So if you make it too thick, you gotta think that maybe when you want to use it for beads or something like that, it won't work as well. But look at that. These are going to be really, really pretty beads. And no one's going to have the exact same beads as these, because no one can... Oh, is that thin? Oh yeah, that edge was really thin. I was going to say, did that come apart? No one's going to be able to duplicate. These are the backs, by the way, here. They're so pretty, and this is the front. So, I mean, that is so pretty. These are going to be really pretty beads. For my art journals and whatnot and bookmarks, because I love putting beads on my bookmarks and stuff like that. So, and you guys seen how I make my paper beads. So this is going to be the best unique beads ever. So I love it. I just love it. Looking at that is making me very, very, very happy. So that's another suggestion. So not only can it be just tags, embellishments for your art journal, and you can make it into beads. So there's so much that you can do with these, and you could probably even use my flower punch to make flowers, although they won't ruffle up very well. But perhaps as the back flower, and then have some tissue paper or something on the front flowers. I don't know. It could be just a decor thing. And like I said before, this could even be a canvas. Like you could use this as a canvas. Paint something really beautiful on like watercolor paper or something like that. Paste it, tear it around or something, paste it to this, and this would kind of frame it. Of course, you would have to spray it to seal it, so then when you glue it, it wouldn't run. But I mean, I would do that too. And then use this as your framing it and as the canvas holding your watercolor paper. If you cut these, you can cut these into ATC sizes too, and use them as ATCs. So it's quite limited or unlimited what you can do with these for thinking of projects. You can make mini art journals with these, like the mini art journals that, sorry if I'm in your way, that I made. Here's my homemade beads, by the way. If any of you guys hadn't seen them, these are just with the scrapbook paper. And so someone else can make these, and when they would look pretty similar because they would go to the store and buy this paper. But if I use this, it'd be very unique. And I'm going to make some with this because that would be very pretty. These are homemade as well. So, and then I had painted up this little clip, excuse me, and glued a bead and button to it just to add a little bit. But you can make a mini album using this paper. It would be really cute as the background for that. So, or even a big art journal. This is my mini art journal, right? But even a big art journal, a large one. Sorry for my arm being in the way. But, so yeah, just play with it and do lots of little things with it. And don't worry about it because you can make more. You got a lot of scrap paper. And yeah, and the embossing really makes it really neat texture on there too, so you can see the gold. And I had fun with that. So also, don't forget, you do the things that you normally do. You ink the edges up a bit and darken it up. You treat it like you're treating any kind of paper that you want to use. So, it's going to look good, right? You don't just leave it just because it's fancy already, but you just add more to it. So, it's only going to get better. So it's really pretty. But the ink does come to it, like it does react just like, paper. It's a little different texture, but it is just paper with glue on it, so. And the coffee filter's in the bottom. But you just keep playing with it, keep working it, keep adding whatever you want to it, and just treat it the way you want. Like, it's paper. It's just fancier now. You just made it beautiful. Thanks, guys. I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Now, isn't this a unique looking bead? That's going to be really nice. So save your mixed powders for things like this, because that is really cute. So I'm going to play with this. You guys are just going to go crazy over this. Look at this bead. It's going to be a bead. Can you see the writing, script writing on that? That is so cute. I mixed the gold and the copper together when I dumped in the coffee filter, so that's why it's gold and copper. It's going to be so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm just totally playing, and I had to share that one too. I'm probably going to find other unique looking ones and then be like, look. But yeah, you just never know what you're going to get.